Hi guys, this is Arnie here with the Sprinter again. This is a W906 model, 2014 actually, but it has 300,000 miles. So we do a few suspension bits. There are good videos on this on YouTube already, how to remove the suspension, all sorts of bits. I'm gonna do the shock absorber today, and it has a few tricks to it which I did not see in the other videos, so I'm gonna make up one about it. So the passenger side to remove is very easy, because you can have that two compartment door off, and all the fittings are right behind it, so that's easy. However, the driver's side, which is in the right side in the UK, you have to remove this bit of trim. Then you can lift up this carpet, and it will be right under here, under the accelerator pedal, which has a bit of a problem, because even a small socket just about to fit here, but when you turn it, it will hit here. So what you need to do is you remove the other three bolts first, and when it's sort of completely out, then you can lower the strut with this one, and that way this is not gonna be wanting to come up. So yeah, that's easy then. The other things, you will have to remove the wheel arch lining, but only the left side, which is luckily in two different parts. And when you lower the suspension, it will get stuck in this. It has like an edge, so you just have to lift it a bit up and it will come out. It's easy, you will notice it. There are a few corrosion problems here, and these little bolts come out. These hold the liner, and for some funny reason only one of them, this one, gets rusty. So you really want to clean that rust off a little bit, and use a bit of hammerite on it, because otherwise it will end up having a hole in your foot compartment, which you really don't want. These sprinters can rust actually quite badly sometimes, but here's the thing. For example, this bit fills up with mud up until here, so I removed like I don't know, 2 kilos of mud from here. It's really just a small space, but it goes all the way back and it's all filled up with mud, so you have to clean that out. I forgot the other side, so I'm gonna have to do that. So that's the other corrosion problem. The third potential issue is when you take your strut apart. Easy enough, because you don't have a spring. Your spring is actually down there. It's a torsion spring, really strong, but it causes no harm or no issues at all. It actually just comes down with the suspension arm. You want to maybe support this with the jack, but it's easy enough, you know, it's no rocket science. But when you do this, the last bit coming off from here with this rubber boot, which I strongly recommend to buy, because this is, as you can see, a very soft, nice rubber. But this one is rock hard. I don't think that was the case originally, because the other side was a lot softer. What probably happens is that the oil from this shock absorber makes this really hard. So you really don't want to wait until that and replace this. Mine completely broke in half and came out like that. So when you take these bits off, like the top mount, which I'm gonna replace because it started to separate again, 300,000 miles, so what do you expect? It's worth doing it. You remove the top bit, you remove that. I needed to use a hydraulic press to push this out of here on the other side, but this side was already loose. You will find this bit sitting at the bottom, and as you can see, it should have 3 holes. But when you take it out, it's not going to have 3 holes. It's probably gunked up and completely blocked. Now you want to undo those holes again, because otherwise, as it is here, it can just fill up with water in the boot. So I mean, the boot has some holes on it, but only under this washer, so this can really fill up with water if you do not get these holes open again. So I strongly recommend you to do that. Otherwise, this bit is just normal bolts going through. The other side for some reason had an asymmetric washer, suggesting that you can adjust the camber here, which you can, but not by turning this bolt. This just comes out normally, and the camber is easy to readjust because you can see these marks where it originally was. So you just push it back right where it was, tighten it up, and if you want to be really careful and good about it, you're gonna go to like a suspension alignment place, and they will adjust the camber for you so that your tires do not unevenly wear after your little job. One thing, I'll be happy if someone can tell me how to separate the suspension arm lower ball joint from the actual wheel hub. I mean, I know that this needs a special compression tool to take it out, because that bit looks like this. So that's what's sitting in there, right like that. As the other videos saying, some of these should have a mark which is the inside, but this doesn't actually say. And as you can see, this is a conical bit, so to me it's not really actually coming off from here even when I undo the nut. Maybe it's easier when this thing is in place, and then you can just lift the arm with a hydraulic jack, and probably the vehicle's own weight will lift it out, I guess. If not, you have to take out the whole suspension arm with the hub and put it in the press, and then it will come out. Because otherwise this bit, the tracker, then comes out quite easy. As you normally do, you just undo your nut to the top, hit it with a hammer, and it comes out okay. So there's really not much to it. You want to support your brake caliper, obviously. And another corrosion issue which I found on these sliders, they are coming in and out nicely because I repaired them. For some reason I've got two of these Sprinters, and for both of them, both sides, the lower slider was completely rusted up. It was rock solid, so I had to hit it, putting an actual socket in here, and hit it really hard so that it came out. And then you can obviously use some sandpaper and everything to get this nice and clean from the rust. Grease it again with I use silicone grease actually. I guess that's the right thing for it. Some people use copper grease. I don't think you can do much harm with it. So yeah, that should move. Otherwise you're not gonna have your brake disc evenly wearing, only the inside will wear, because this won't be able to slide. So that's about it. I think we took care of all of it. That is a bit of tiny rust up there where the top strut sits, but it's only surface rust, so I don't think it's anything to worry about. And remember, you know, this does not support the vehicle's weight, because that's what this bit does. So actually that's just the top mount for the shock absorber, and the same way, this is not gonna have any bearing in it. This is just a rubber molded bit, so that the shock has a bit of a final dampness to it, but that's about it. I replaced this because this has so much miles and started to separate, so I'm gonna do it. Last thing, this bit comes off from here, and you just have to push that clip in, and then you can pull it off easily. You have to save this. And also, when you buy a new shock absorber, this bolt will come with it, but they normally sell you like a nylock bolt. I tend to reuse this factory crushed bolt. It is, as you can see, a little bit oval, so I think you can reuse this, and it's better than that nylock. They don't give you this either. This is the top washer bit, and as we already discussed, that does not come in the set either, so you're gonna have to keep hold of these two. New rubber boot, new top mount if you want, and then your new shock absorber, which you can easily just cut apart. It's not much to it. It will slowly come apart. Nothing dangerous, as you can see. Only done that for packaging, probably, so that it takes that much less space. That's about it, guys. See you later.